Hey folks, welcome back to the Leeds Gamer. It's match preview time. Just before we get into it, do please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also please hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. And also subscribe. Did I say subscribe to the channel? Yeah, no I did. Also please like and hype the video if you would. It would be massively appreciated, please. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So Leeds' next match is, all their matches for the rest of the season now are Premier League, now that we're out of the Cup. And Leeds' next opponent is Burnley. Leeds owe them one after Burnley got a poor showing from Leeds in the reverse fixture. So we'll start with the Burnley lineup. With this one, Burnley have got a few players who might not be available. Midfielder Josh Cullen, right back Connor Roberts, Mejbri, nasty piece of work, that little twit. Twanziri, Amdouni and Bayer. All of these are either ruled out or doubts. So I've gone with a lineup of goalkeeper Martin Dubravka, right back Kyle Walker, left back Glenn Hartman, centre back pairing of Maxim Estev and Hjalmar Ekdal, a midfield trio of Florentino Luis, Leslie Ogachukwu and Josh Laurent, with the front line of Jordan Anthony, Zian Fleming and Lyle Foster. In terms of other possible options available to Burnley, they have got Bashir Humphreys, who could play anywhere along the defensive line. He's played 15 starts and 2 sub appearances, totaling 1,405 minutes so far. Another option is left back Brazilian Lucas Pires, who has had 12 starts and 4 sub appearances, totaling 1,111 minutes. From a frontline possibility, they've got Marcus Edwards, who they signed last season. He's had 11 starts and 11 sub-ups, totaling 1,051 minutes with 1 goal and 3 assists. And also Danish forward Jacob Brun Larsen, who has had 10 starts and 15 sub-ups, totaling 1,009 minutes and has 1 assist to his name. They've also got expensively bought Armando Broja, but he's only made 8 starts and 15 sub-ups, totaling 835 minutes. He's got just 1 goal and 1 assist this season. James Ward-Prowse was brought in January. He's made 6 starts and 3 sub-ups, totaling 586 minutes. He's only got 1 assist to his name so far, so he's not been able to make use of those useful set pieces that he can do. They've also got experienced championship level defender Joe Worrell. He's made just 5 starts and 6 sub-ups with 497 minutes. Mike Trezor, really strange signing, Mike Trezor, because he got signed, and for a while now he's hardly played for Burnley, and yet he must be on one of their most expensive contracts, and I think he was bought quite pricily as well. He's made literally 6 sub-ups this season, totaling 38 minutes, no goals, no assists, and he's seen as being one of the most technically gifted players in the entire squad. He's had some kind of fallout somewhere within the club and has barely featured for them since signing for them. So a really strange signing. And then they've got Captain Shithousery himself, Ashley Barnes, He's made just one start and 6 sub-apps, totaling a mere 36 minutes, 0 goals and 0 assists. He's robbing a wage. It's unbelievable. So that's basically the Burnley situation. I don't think I'll be too far off with the 11 that I've put out there, just because, as I say, they've got players who might miss, and yeah, those are the options that have played at least 1,000 minutes. When you look at it as well, there's only Dubravka that's played 3,060, and then just Kyle Walker, Maxim Estev, Jadon Anthony, and Leslie Ogachukwu that have managed over 2,000 minutes. So it's, you've probably got those 5 starting. It would be very unlikely that any of those would miss, but then it's the rest of the 11 that is maybe slightly harder to determine. From a Leeds United perspective, Daniel Farke had some really bad news that Gabby Gudmundsson, who has been fantastic for Leeds this season, will miss. He's going to miss this one, and potentially he said up to the Tottenham game, which means that he's probably only got a chance of either one or either the final game against West Ham or maybe the game before it. But he's going to be out for a while now. So huge loss for Leeds, huge loss. Equally as bad a loss as well is Jacobiol. He's been confirmed as unavailable for this one, which he's pocketed so many opposition number 9s this season. I see it as a really bad loss to that backline. The fact that 2 of our regulars in our back 5 are going to be missing is pretty bad. And then Noah Okafor, who's been in fantastic form in recent matches, got a brace against Manure, and yeah, he's looked very good, hasn't he? In recent games, he's looked very good. So Daniel confirmed that he's unavailable too. So if any of these 3 can pull through and somehow be available, it'll be a massive boost. On the plus side, it looks as if Joe Rodon and Anton Stack are on the verge of being there or thereabouts now, which is really good, because it was a big worry when both of those got announced as unavailable. So as far as Leeds are concerned, I've gone with a bench of Lucas Perry, the goalkeeper, Sam Byram, Ilya Gruev, Sean Longstaff, Dan James, Willie Nonto, Facundo Buonanotte, Lucas Mecha and Joel Pirot. And this is just what I think Daniel Farke will do. I'm not so certain it's what I'd do, but I think it might be what Daniel Farke might do. And then in goal for the starting 11 for Leeds United, Carl Darlow. Excuse me. Carl Darlow in goal. Jayden Bogle, right wing back. James Justin will go to left wing back. We've got an option then of a back 3 of Joe Rodon, Sebastian Bornau and Pascal Strauch, or Daniel Farke might decide to push Ethan Ampadu back into the back line and play either Ilya Gruev or Sean Longstaff in midfield. It could be either way. He's liked Ilya when he's played in, albeit he has used Ilya in more games where we've been up against, in quotes, the bigger teams, should we say, or certainly the more expensively assembled teams. So this is a difficult one with the injuries that we've got. But yeah, so I've just gone with putting as many, round pegs in round holes, square pegs in square holes, whatever you want to call it. Hence bringing in Seb Bornau into the back 3. The other option at fullback obviously is Sam Byram. So Daniel Farke could play Sam Byram at wing back and play James Justin at centre back along with Joe Rodon and Pascal Strauch. at a squeeze, he could even play Pascal Struijk at left back, but I find that very unlikely. Moving on to the midfield, Ethan Ampadu, Anton Stack, and I've gone without Tanaka. Tanaka's been filling in for Stack, but with Stack being available again, I think that Stack could partner Ampadu, and Tanaka then might play a bit further forward, with Brendan Aronson taking that place vacated by Noah Okafor. The other option as well, obviously, is that if you're to not start with either Ethan Ampadu, Anton Stack, or Tanaka, you could bring in Lucas Mecha and play with a proper front two. He could also bring Lucas Mecha on as an outside player, just kind of in that left-sided wing / inside forward, if you like, position that Noah Okafor's been playing recently, and put Lucas Mecha there. So not necessarily playing as a striker, as a proper striker up front next to DCL, but playing just a little bit behind and a little bit wider. Lucas Mecha's not really played that well when he's been put in that position, but he, against a struggling Burnley side, I mean, Daniel Farke could go for it. You never know. This is a match that we really should be winning. I don't think there's any excuses. It's under the lights. It's Ellen Road. And Burnley are already confirmed relegated, but in a sense that could go against Leeds United, because if Burnley are going to start playing with a bit more freedom, some of the players, won't feel any pressure anymore. Some players might end up actually improving their game so that they can try and get a contract with another Premier League club. Some of them are playing for their futures at Burnley themselves, if they want to stay at Burnley and try and help them get back up again. So there's more riding on this match from a Burnley perspective than what it may appear. From a Leeds perspective, it's all about getting the 3 points to stay in the Premier League, because there's not many games left now, and we haven't mathematically gotten ourselves out of this yet. So this is an incredibly important game. There's a lot riding on it from a points position. There's a lot riding on it from a Leeds perspective. From a future prospect, it's massive for Burnley. Burnley haven't been thrashed in that many games this season. They just haven't had the quality to get enough wins, and that's been the Achilles heel. There's even talk of Scott Parker not keeping his job at the end of the season as well, which, when you look at someone like Scott Parker, he's a proven manager in getting teams out of the Championship and up into the Premier League. He's just not that good in the Premier League, albeit in this case, he's had a lack of quality to work with. This Burnley squad is poor for Premier League level. There's, even if you compare it to the Leeds squad, I don't see many players in this Burnley squad that would get into the Leeds lineup right now. Certainly not the Leeds first 11. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any that would get into the Leeds 11. There might be one or two that would get onto the Leeds bench possibly, but to me it feels like a very championshipy squad, and this is why they're getting relegated. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. I'm going to go for a score of 3-1 to Leeds. I think we will turn up on this. Now that the Leeds squad knows they don't have the FA Cup to worry about, and all the focus is on Premier League survival, I'm fairly confident we can really turn up. If Leeds turn up, we will be too good for Burnley. If Leeds turn up in their best shape, in their best form, then they'll be too much for Burnley. If not, it could be closer, and I don't see us losing it, but I could see it being a scrappy draw if we don't come out all guns blazing. So I'll leave it there, folks. Do please like and like the video. Thanks for watching. Do please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. and I will see you next time for the match review. In the meantime, take care, folks. See you next time. Bye for now.